Goodbye, old friend. May the force be with you.
Hi, hello. Last video, I said I wanted to practice some drawing. So I was thinking of maybe doing some rigging. I don't know if that's a proper term, but basically that's where you set up your own character to have certain animations. So if you ever watched those like story time videos where they have their own character and it's like moving around, or it's like sitting in the corner and it's like reacting and stuff, kind of want to just do process for that, because I'm thinking of just putting one on the channel for fun, because I do really want to practice cementing my own style. And I think that having a character that's on the screen sometimes will definitely help me just solidify how I draw, because I think that I tend to change a lot just depending on like the mood, or maybe like when I was in school, depending on the assignments, you had to kind of draw a certain way. So I think it's just probably just gonna be practicing my own art style a little bit. Anyway, I'll get to it.
Alright, voiceover for this part of the video. I haven't used traditional drawing, so paper and pencil, for a little bit now. So probably since I finished school, so like a month maybe. So my sketchbook has kind of just been sitting around on my bedroom floor, and I'm almost done it. So I was thinking to just hopefully have it finished by the summer, because I do want to try and draw some other stuff. I don't know how much will be on the channel, but I do want to try and just have a completed sketchbook. I do have a few of them lying around that are already completed, but that other work I don't really want to touch on because it's kind of just very simple. And yeah, don't worry about that stuff. Anyway, this was just line work because I've tried to make my own character like a few times, like when I was much younger. And looking at this versus how I used to draw is definitely very, very different, just stylistically and proportions, because I think that I made my character very short. He does look kind of short, but that also depends on how tall I want to make the character. So I think that some inspirations that I pulled would maybe be from Soul Eater, because that was something that I finished a little recently, and maybe Hunter x Hunter, because I know a lot of them in that show have like big heads, so I think I kind of made my guy have a big head. But I think that I do kind of pull from stuff that I watched recently, but I kind of have to get back into anime. I haven't watched anything since the ending of Solo Leveling, and then I tried to watch a bit of Ippo because I finished the original series last year, and then the other two shorter series came out after that on Netflix, but I kind of just got kind of bored of it a little bit, so I'll end up finishing that later. And then I'm also trying to finish rewatching Vinland Saga because that's definitely my favorite. And yeah, I think that looking back on how I used to draw, I think that I also pulled from stuff that I was seeing very often. I mean, I don't really remember what I was doing when I was drawing them, but I definitely had more influence from stuff I had at the time versus what I watch now. And seeing it carry over is pretty cool. I also just wanted to kind of do some concept colors because I don't really know what color I wanted at the time, and kind of just inking everything just so I have the lines that I really want to focus on. So like the shape of the eyes or the head or the mouth. So just like little details that I want to remember, because I want to get this over to a digital version so I can have everything nice and clean. So this was really just kind of setting myself up so I can go on digital and then just finish it there. Because as much as I like traditional drawing, since I want to do more animation, it's like basically all online. So I don't always have the option to do everything traditional. I kind of have to practice doing stuff more digitally. And before school started, I literally had never used Photoshop in my life. So I had to get used to all the different layering and the mechanics and stuff like that. So I think that the more that I practice using Photoshop and all the animation programs, I'll just get a lot more comfortable. That every now and then just try to go back to traditional so my eyes don't just burn out from looking at screens all day. Anyway, this is what the sketches look like in the end. All right, part 2 of getting this character done. I tried to transfer everything over to a separate Photoshop file. And then I also tried to work on a different pose that I kind of forgot that I wanted to do. So I started trying to resketch that one. And I don't know, it's kind of weird because thinking about where I would position these dudes in an actual video, I feel like they'd always be in the corner, so I don't really have to draw full body. So technically, my guys could be like 3 feet tall and no one would know. But I think that most of it is just going to be probably waist up most of the time. This one is probably going to be the tallest one, I think. And I think I probably won't record the other ones because I do want to make other poses just so I have a nice little catalog. But I think that these are probably the 4 that will show up the most. I just really wanted to show the process for these ones. And this is pretty much what I do for most of my drawings, depending on the process that I have to do. But I just find that this works pretty quick for me because I can just throw on a YouTube video or something in the background and just work away. I think that it's kind of relaxing to just do something kind of productive while I'm off of school for now. And yeah, I guess drawing this character is really what I had my mindset on for this week. Not just because I wanted to have content for this video, but because I kind of wanted to do it for a while. And thinking back on all of those Storytime channels, those used to go crazy back then. Like they used to just be insanely viral, like every single one. Now not so much. So I don't know, maybe leave a comment if you think that I should do a Storytime type of video, because I probably have a few stories that I could tell. Those I think would probably take a long time to animate though, which is the only thing. So I think videos might take a lot longer to come out, but I do really want to find a good direction for where I want my videos to go, because right now all the videos are just like whatever the hell I'm doing, so there's not really any direction. It's kind of a surprise, so maybe for some people that's fun to watch, but for me I'm like, what am I supposed to be recording today? Like, what do I do? So maybe some sort of direction would be nice, but I have a lot of time to figure that out, so I'm not too worried. And I did end up trying to do some different colors for the clothing because I was still on the fence a little bit, but I decided to go with green, and I don't know if I'll change it later on. I really kind of just want to stick with it, and I'll see where this character goes, honestly, because later down the line, maybe I'll switch things up. I really don't know yet. I really don't even know how often I'm going to be using this guy, but it'll just be there sometimes. And yeah, back to those Storytime videos. I think that I'll try to make one. I have another friend who's also doing animation, and I've been meaning to ask him to work on something together, but he's also been kind of busy. So I don't know. Hopefully we can do something while we still have time. We're both off school right now, but I do really want to just be able to work on it with other people, because in school everyone was very like in their own lane, kind of very focused on work, because it was a lot of stuff coming in at the same time. It was very busy, so you didn't really have a lot of time to work on stuff together. So I do want to just kind of share this art stuff with other people that also do art. I feel like I haven't done art with someone else in literally like forever, like years. I haven't drawn or just shared stuff about art with anyone in the longest time. So I think that would be really fun. And, you know, maybe that's a little bit of a foreshadowing. Hopefully something will happen there. Anyway, I'm pretty happy with how these poses came out, and I did kind of recolor some other stuff. I don't know if it's noticeable. It's very, very slight. Like, it's not that noticeable, but looking at the file, I'm like, something's off right here. So I just tweaked everything a little bit, and I think that they all came out all right in terms of the colors, because when they're on the screen, I do want them to be very like visible and kind of just pop. That's why I was thinking of maybe doing red for the clothes, but I think I just like green way better. But I don't know, I think that they turned out all right. Quick voiceover here. I forgot to talk about this, but the other day I went to get flowers for Mother's Day with my family, and I went to go pick tulips, and I'm allergic to pollen. So if I sound sick in this video, that's probably why. End of the video. I'll try and keep it a little bit short, but you don't already know how this part goes. I just ask a couple questions, and feel free to ask yourself these questions too. So my first one is, how often do you make unhealthy choices? For me, I think that probably a little more than I should. A big one is just not going to bed at a good time. One, because I'm editing these, and then two, because yeah, I just play a lot of games when I could be sleeping, and then I wake up in like the middle of the day, and then I have to keep editing videos, so then stuff gets posted a little later. So this video will probably come out later in the evening. And I think that in terms of diet, probably not too good. I'm not like an alcoholic or whatever. Like, I don't drink or smoke or any of that shit. Yeah, I just don't do any of that. And I think that it's really just what I mean, because I'll eat anything. I don't really care. But just knowing what you eat, just being conscious of it, because I'm not saying you have to go on like some crazy keto diet just to be healthy. Like, that doesn't really make any sense. So you just do whatever is best for you, and just think about what you eat and think about how you can make healthier choices. I'll try to limit how late I stay up, because right now it's pretty bad. Next question is, how often do you experience jealousy? For me, it's not like too often. It really just depends what it is. And funny enough, the last time that I did feel jealous was like pretty recently, but it's probably not the reason that you think. So I went to Quebec last summer for this college program or whatever, and I met a lot of great people there, and I tried to keep in contact with them after. What they usually messaged on, I deleted the app because I didn't really use it anymore. And when I first made a Instagram account, no follow by the way, I sent it to them, and then they called me and they were like, oh, we're all linked up together where they live, because they had got together over the summer. But I had no idea, because they were talking about it in the other group chat, and I deleted the app. And that made me feel jealous because I miss them so much. If they see this video, I miss you guys a lot. But that was probably one of the last times that I felt really jealous and felt like I was missing out. And I think that that's probably what I feel more than jealousy, is just whenever I miss out on something, either because I wasn't like paying attention or I just didn't know, because it's like, damn, like I really wanted to just see my friends again after so long. But hopefully I can meet up with them again soon. Last question is, who is someone that you admire? If you guys don't know, today, when I'm recording this, is Mother's Day. So I think that I definitely admire my mom and everything that she's done, because she's literally been with me since before I was even alive. So I think that having her around and always being able to depend on her and just always having her support in whatever I do, even though sometimes she is annoying and likes to nag, but I think that's every mom now and then. Just having someone like her in my life is really important to me, and I admire her a lot. Since it's Mother's Day, damn, these birds. Since it's Mother's Day, just remember to tell your mom that you love them. That's pretty much the end of the video. Thank you so much if you made it this far, and remember to stay hydrated.